Thank you, everybody, for joining YJP today. We are doing this special event in terms of Thanksgiving Day and to save a lot of animals who are unfortunately part of this event. But also wanted to say thank you to everybody who is on the call who has supported YJP for 2025 and continue to do that for 2026 so we can come with bigger, better events for you. With that, I have my team together with YJP, who is Ronak Jain, who has taken the lead for this call. We have Ashwita, who is running on the tech. Aarti has joined us, and there are so many other people who have come in to help to make this event happen. We have our special guest. We have two, actually two for one, which I think is very good to have. And we have Ashni from Luvin Arms. Who has been a strong supporter during YJP convention that happened just the last month. And we have Utkarsha, who is going to walk us through the Jaap as well. So I think we're going to be full house. And I pass it on to uh, Ashni and take it over. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Apurv Bhai. Thank you so much, YJP, for thinking of Luvin Arms at this time. We have been working for so many years, specifically around Thanksgiving, to rescue turkeys, to provide for the turkeys that we have rescued, and to raise awareness about the conditions that turkeys have to face in America specifically. For all those who may not know, 46 million turkeys are slaughtered just for Thanksgiving and Christmas every year. And this is aside from the um, regular daily meat industry numbers. This is just specifically for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And it is extremely heartbreaking. And um, a program that Luvin Arms has been part of for the last 3 years is the Colorado Governor's Thanksgiving Pardon. So the way the president does a Thanksgiving pardon, the Colorado governor also does a Thanksgiving pardon. 2023 was the first year that they did this, and in that year we received 4 turkeys from that pardon. They're still with us, and this year we've received 2 more turkeys. Cass and Sunny, you can see them at on our Instagram page. If you go to our Instagram, which is at Luvin Arms, you will be able to see Sunny and Cass. They've just been rescued. They were rescued on November 10th. And already we can see that when someone comes from the industry, there is no incentive for the people who have bred them to really take care of them the way you would take care of a child, the way you take care of a companion. So now that they're here, they do have some health issues. Sunny has come in with a terrible wing infection that we are working on right now. Initially, we thought it would need to be amputated, but thankfully, we got it in time. So he's not going to need an amputation, but he is getting medication and he's responding very well to it. So please keep Sunny and Cass in your prayers. They're very new, they're getting used to this new environment, and we really hope that they will integrate very, very well with the rest of our turkey flock at Luvin Arms. And other ways in which we try our best to raise awareness, at least in our vicinity, about the situation of turkeys is that we hold events around this time to help people make it easier to make that transition and to get through that little bit of social resistance that there may be to uh, to doing something different on this holiday. So we partner with a lot of plant-based vegan brands that provide alternative foods around this time. We have a lot of events on the sanctuary. Today we had a marathon, a 5K and a 1K marathon, which we call our turkey trot. And at the end of it, once you run the marathon, you get to see the turkeys feast on what is an absolutely wonderful buffet that honestly I wanted to participate in by the end of it. So these are just some of the ways in which we not only try to rescue turkeys themselves, but try to really get to the root of the problem, which is that there is a culture that is okay with what happens to turkeys. And we really hope that at some, I say this all the time, Love and Arm's goal is that we are not needed at some point. At some point, this is the new norm. Jivdaya is the norm, ahimsa is the norm, and we don't need to be doing this work at some point. So yeah, I would really hope for my job to not be a job 10 years from now. And we're really grateful for everyone who's come today to listen to Sunny and Cass's story and to participate in this job, because that gives me hope. That gives us hope that um, that those who care and those who think of the turkeys and who think of farmed animals in this day and age and in this country will show up. And I thank you all for being here very much. Thank you.
Ashni, thank you. And Ronak, thanks for inviting Luvin Arms for this event. I want to add something here, bringing you back to YJP convention. Luvin Arms is the reason why we chose to go complete vegan during YJP convention. And that was the best decision we took ever in Jain community. So I give kudos to you guys for leading us and helping us with that situation. With that, I pass it on to our next speaker, Utkarsha, who would enlighten us about the Thanksgiving Day and her note around that. So, Utkarsha, over to you.
Thank you, Purpur Bhai, and thank you everyone who has taken time out and joining this call to do the job, to do the Navkar Jaap, the best mantra we have for the restful souls of the ones that are getting slaughtered today for the today's day. It's already uh, Loving Arms from Ashni from Loving Arms mentioned that it's 46 million turkeys, the living beings which who has five senses, are being slaughtered today on the day of Thanksgiving for being grateful. And we as a Jain community, for whom ahimsa and non-violence is the primary aspect, we cannot celebrate this day. How can we? It's day of silence. How can we celebrate when someone else is being died and getting murdered? It's a massacre. We do understand that a fundamental truth that world is awaking to violence begets violence, suffering multiplied suffering, and true liberation comes only through absolute non-violence, not selective compassion, not you but universal ahimsa towards every being, not just towards animals we like, not just towards all, but towards all living beings, from elephant to ant and from human to the turkey. This is the real Jivdaya and compassion for all life. We cannot feast, and many from our community for today, they do fast. I know friends who take fast. There are some, if not fast, they do ekashna. They do some way that they are able to do something to spread the awareness. Not just keep yourself. Our goal, as Ashni mentioned, is not only to do for what we want and continue in doing all the non-violence things in silence and top in silence, but make people around us aware. Like yesterday when we were having small talk in our office, when I was asked if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I not only said not, but I mentioned that with the reason why we don't celebrate. How can we celebrate at the cost of a living being? Maybe all the tables will fill up with lights, and when you have alternatives. And
I think we lost her on the connection. Utkarsha, we lost you on your network.
insight is not limited to
Yeah, she's
kitchen.
back. Yeah, now we can hear
I
you. Go ahead. Yeah,
Oh, sorry. I
you were talking about your office staff when you said you were not celebrating. I think we lost her again.
We must all look it within ourselves. It's easy for us to point on a Thanksgiving table and say we don't do this and feel right to us, but it's not part-time belief. It's not a kitchen religion. It's 24/7, 365 days commitment, which is called as like Karva Prachan by Tarun Sagar Maharaj Ji. It's the bitter truth that we all must face. That this is not only limited to the kitchen. It's whenever we walk into the shopping malls, the designer bags by Coach, Prada, Louis Vuitton, all those designer bags that we are having, or the on the wrist, the watches, prime watches, the belts that we are wearing, everything is coming from leather. And yes, we do have alternatives. It's not that there is no fashion without leather. There are vegan leathers, there are leathers made from banana, the waste products of mango and bananas. You can use those instead of using the animal leather who are being slaughtered every day. More than 1 billion for this. And most often these are younger, because the younger, the more softer. The ones, even the shoes that we are wearing, the luxury brands, everything, we have to be thoughtful on our selections and the choices that we are making today. And as Ashni even on during Thanksgiving had mentioned that this is a very easy business of Hinsa, because you have all the easy access, and this industry kills more over 1 billion animals for meat, for products, and for everything. This is not a co-product. This is not a leather is not a byproduct. It's a co-product of the industry. And we have to stop using that. As a vegan, true veganism is not only limited to the plate, but beyond that, we should look at ourselves. And as I said, the youngest are the most desirable calves. Why? Because they are the softer, they are most of the times taken away from their mother's womb for the softest skins before they even take the breath and see the world. Because they are most defenseless, they cannot speak, they can't defend for themselves. So we must stand for them who cannot speak for themselves. It's our decision. So what we can do right now, right here today, I want everyone to do three things. Is ask yourself, if you would personally not kill a turkey, a skin for a cow, or a break lamb's neck, why pay someone else to do it and wear those things by paying them? Three main choices. Every meal is a choice, and every bite has a consequence. So choose compassion, even by when we are actually eating in McDonald's, or even if you are taking a veggie burger, you are paying them to open more outlets to do more violence, to kill more animals because they are getting money out of it. So be chooseful of what exactly we are doing, where our hard-earned money is going, for which reasons. Choose compassion, plant based options, the vegan restaurants, the full vegetarian restaurants, and every item you wear has a story. Make it intentional, cruelty free. There are tons of cruelty free cosmetics, but most of them, even if they label as cosmetics, they're not. The only reason it mentions cruelty free is because the animal trials are not done, but it still contains the animal products, the serums that are taken from the animals. So we have to be not only reasonable for cruelty free, but also for looking for the vegan labels on that. And in vegan industry, 10% of things are considered as per by approved by FDA. Like the wings are not considered, or the wings of some animals are not considered as they being killed or died. And the small one sensory insects like cockroach, their wings, they don't have red blood, so they are not considered as part of insect or the small things that are dying. Even the coffee that we drink every day, approved by FDA, has 10% of cockroaches in that, and it cannot be made with that. Why? Because everything runs on automation, and where there is a coffee beans, the cockroaches are bound to be in that area. And with the coffee beans, these cockroaches are crushed in the meals to get the coffee powder, the instant Nescafe that we all have. So, all I want is you to make intentional choices of everything that we are eating. Be careful, read the labels, not only food, but also the things that we use day to day, be cosmetic, be it the branded shoes or other products that we are using. Look at the wardrobe and make uh, at least remove the three selections from your closet today that are related to these things. These are things that we can do right now and today, examining the choices. And thirdly, support Loving Arms and donate them to do more such work. So, and as we have joined all here to do job for these souls that are being slaughtered today, let's let's hope that wherever these souls get the next birth, they get into the better gati. Thank you. Over to you, Apur Bhai.
Jai Jinendra, Utkarsha, thank you so much. I learned something today, which was very important, is we always have an alternative choice. And if we pay a little bit attention, that is possible given so many options in the world right now. Really love that. Thank you. I also want to recognize Ronak, who has done a 1 day fast, to really acknowledge the fact what's going on around the world. So appreciate that. Ronak, would you like to talk about the blog at this time, and then we can get into the jab?
Yes, thanks, Apurva. Thanks, Utkarsh and Ashni so far. So, one of the big announcements that is coming out of this call today is in 2026, we are launching our own blog series where our volunteers and our members of the community will be able to share articles with the whole YJP ecosystem. Utkarsha is actually the first person who has written a Thanksgiving blog for us that will be going live on our website in the next couple of weeks. So if you are interested in writing a blog on any article or any topic that it might be it veganism, Jainism, or anything that you think is relatable to young Jain professionals, please feel free to reach out to any one of us. We'll be happy to add your article to our blog series. Yeah, keep an eye out on the website for 2026.
Thank you, Ronak. Appreciate. Maybe you can give us the link or wherever that has to be posted. That will be useful. With that, before we start the job, Ashni, do you have anything else to add based on Utkarsha's comments?
Just a genuine thank you for speaking up for the animals. I also see how much research and how much heart you've put into this. So I really appreciate you being here today. Thank you so much. And yeah, everything that Utkarsha said is things that if you are in the animal industry, it's very difficult not to know. It's very difficult to not see these visuals when you are in this work. But the only thing that I would add is that we these visuals are very important, and very often they remain within the circles of vegans, of animal activists. But I think as gens, if we want to it would really help to solidify our promise of Jeev Daya, to actually see what happens in these spaces. And it's difficult, it's a difficult task, but if you should find yourself so inclined, I would recommend that if there is a struggle within us of how do we not use a product, or how do we disinvest from a particular industry. I think honoring the lives of these jeev, whether it's Behendriya, Pachendriya jeev, honoring their lives by truly witnessing, bearing witness to what happens to them, I do think there is value in that. So if, and it is, again, I repeat myself, it's a difficult ask. So if you should feel so inclined, I do encourage you, because I do know for my experience personally, it has really solidified my Jeev there. That's all.
Thank you very much, Ashni. At this time, we are going to start with our Navkar Jaap. We do have a lot of people who have joined the Zoom, so let's maybe have 5 volunteers to start with this. Any 5? I see Daria has joined, Monica, Aarti, Utkarsha. Would you guys like to start, and then we will rotate after the 5 jobs? So, uh, would you like to start? You can unmute and start. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Monica
just the
ji, yeah,
way we're planning to do it, we'll just do each person says Navkar Mantra 9 times, and then you
yeah,
pass it on to someone else. So if you would like to do less, that's also fine, but that's the way, and we're gonna try get as many people do the
Should it
Navkar
not be
Mantra.
collective?
You can, yeah, but we can have one person lead it just
yeah,
because of sound issues. But yeah, feel free to do it on your side as well.
yeah. So anyone who wants to start, go ahead. Yeah. Monica ji, you want to start? Up to you. Yeah. I see you on camera. Whoever wants to lead. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm confident enough to start off.
Oh, that's fine.
I
Yeah.
can start.
Can
I
I
can
start?
start. Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I have to say Navkar 9 times, right?
Yes, correct.
All right. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Vajjanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Savo Pava Panasanam, Mangalanam Cha Sarvesim Padmam Have Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Vajjanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Savo Pava Panasanam, Mangalanam Cha Sarvesim Padmam Have Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Vajjanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Savo Pava Panasanam, Mangalanam Cha Sarvesim Padmam Have Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Savo Pava Panasanam, Mangalanam Cha Sarvesim Padmam Have Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Vajjanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Savo Pava Panasanam, Mangalanam Cha Sarvesim Padmam Have Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Savo Pava Panasanam, Mangalanam Cha Sarvesim Padmam Have Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Savo Pava Panasanam, Mangalanam Cha Sarvesim Padmam Have Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Savo Pava Panasanam, Mangalanam Cha Sarvesim Padmam Have Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Savo Pava Panasanam, Mangalanam Cha Sarvesim Padmam Have Mangalam.
Thank you very much. Whoever wants to take it next.
Yeah, just one thing from my side as we do the job. I think it's important for everyone to reflect not just on today, but the whole year and what they've done, and just reflect on your journey. Think about all the animals and all the ahimsa that you could have done. It's a good moment to just reflect and think about what you want to do this year, what you've done this year, but also what you want to do next year as well.
Well said. Yeah. Who wants to go next? Thank you, Janvi. Who wants to go next?
I can go next.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Sava Pava Panashanam, Manglanancha Sarveshim, Padamam Havai Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Sava Pava Panashanam, Manglanancha Sarveshim, Padamam Havai Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Sava Pava Panashano, Manglanancha Sarvesim, Padamam Havai Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Sava Pava Panashano, Manglanancha Sarvesim, Padamam Havai Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Sava Pava Panashano, Manglanancha Sarvesim, Padamam Havai Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Sava Pava Panashano, Manglanancha Sarvesim, Padamam Havai Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Sava Pava Panashano, Manglanancha Sarvesim, Padamam Havai Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Sava Pava Panashano, Manglanancha Sarvesim, Padamam Havai Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Uvajjayanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso Pancha Namokaro, Sava Pava Panashano, Manglanancha Sarvesim, Padamam Havai Mangalam.
Thank you, Ashwita. Appreciate it. Who wants to go next? Go ahead, please.
I can go.
Please.
Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ayaryanam, Namo Vajjayanam, Namo Loye Sarva Sahunam. Eso पञ्चनमुकारो सर्वपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानं च सौवेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलं नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सीताणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सव्वसाहुनम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सौवपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानं च सौवेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलं नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सीतानं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सव्वसाहुनम् एषो पञ्चनमोकारो सौवपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानं च सौवेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलं नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सीतानं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सव्वसाहुनम् एषो पञ्चनमोकारो सौवपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानं च सौवेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलं नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सीतानं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सव्वसाहुनम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सौवपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानं च सौवेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलं नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सीतानं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सव्वसाहुनम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सौवपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानं च सौवेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलं नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सीताणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सव्वसाहुनम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सौवपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानं च सौवेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलं नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सीताणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सव्वसाहुनम् एषो पञ्चनमोकारो सौवपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानं च सौवेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलं नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सीताणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सव्वसाहुनम् एषो पञ्चनमोकारो सौवपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानं च सौवेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलं नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सीताणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सव्वसाहुनम् एषो पञ्चनमोकारो सौवपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानं च सौवेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलं नमो अरिहन्ताणं नमो सीताणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायाणं नमो लोये सव्वसाहुनम् एषो पञ्चनमुकारो सौवपावपनाशनो मङ्गलानं च सौवेसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम्
Thank you, Utkarsha. Appreciate. Who wants to go next? Arti, you want to go next?
Sure. नमो अर्यन्ताणं नमो सिताणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोये सव्वसावरणम् ईसो पञ्चनमुकारो सर्वपावपणासनो मङ्गलानं च सवैसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम् नमो अर्यन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोये सव्वसावरणम् ईसो पञ्चनमुकारो सर्वपावपणासनो मङ्गलानं च सवैसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम् नमो अर्यन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोये सव्वसावरणम् एषो पञ्चनमुकारो सर्वपावपणासनो मङ्गलानं च सवैसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम् नमो अर्यन्ताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोये सव्वसावरणम् एषो पञ्चनमुकारो सर्वपावपणासनो मङ्गलानं च सवैसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम् नमो ओरियंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसावरणम् एषो पञ्चनमुकारो सर्वपावप्रणाशनं मङ्गलानं च सवैसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम् नमो ओरियंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसावरणम् एषो पञ्चनमुकारो सर्वपावप्रणाशनं मङ्गलानं च सवैसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम् नमो ओरियंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसावरणम् एषो पञ्चनमुकारो सर्वपावप्रणाशनं मङ्गलानं च सवैसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम् नमो ओरियंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसावरणम् एषो पञ्चनमुकारो सर्वपावप्रणाशनं मङ्गलानं च सवैसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम् नमो ओरियंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसावरणम् एषो पञ्चनमुकारो सर्वपावप्रणाशनं मङ्गलानं च सवैसिं परमं हवै मङ्गलम्
Thank you, Aarti. Appreciate. Daria, you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. ओम नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसावणम् एषो पंचनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसावणम् एषो पंचनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसावणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसावणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसावणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् ओम नमो अरिहंताणम्
Thank you, Daria. Ashni, would you like to go next?
नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं पद्मं भवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं पद्मं भवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं पद्मं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो वज्रायणं नमो लोहे सव्वसाहुणम् एषो पञ्चनमुक्कारो सर्वपावपणासनो मंगलानं च सव्यसिं परमं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरियंताणम नमो सिद्धाणम नमो आयरियाणम नमो उवज्जायाणम नमो लोय सौसाहूणम ईसो पंचन मुक्कारो सौव पार्वपरासनम मंगलाणम च सौवे सिंह पद्मम वै मंगलम नमो अरियंताणम नमो सिद्धाणम नमो आयरियाणम नमो उवज्जायाणम नमो लोय सौसाहूणम ईसो पंचन मुक्कारो सौव पार्वपरासनम मंगलाणम च सौवे सिंह पद्मम वै मंगलम.
Ashni, thank you very much. Ronak, you want to go next?
Yes. Namo Orientanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Hairanam, Namo Janam, Namo Loisasanam, Iso Panchanam Mukkara Sopapanasana, Mangalam Chasarasim Padamaka Mangalam, Namo Orientanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Hairanam, Namo Janam, Namo Loisasanam, Iso Panchanam Mukkara Sopapanasana, Mangalam Chasarasim Padamaka Mangalam, Namo Orientanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Hairanam, Namo Janam, Namo Loisasanam, Iso Panchanam Mukkara Sopapanasana, Mangalam Chasarasim Padamaka Mangalam, Namo Orientanam Mariam no Jam no Sanam Yeso Panchanam Mukkaro Sopapanasana Mangalam Chasarsim Pramam Mangalam Namo Orientanam Mariam no Jam no Sanam Yeso Panchanam Mukkaro Sopapanasana Mangalam Chasarsim Pramam Mangalam Namo Orientanam Mariam no Jam no Sanam Yeso Panchanam Mukkaro Sopapanasana Mangalam Chasarsim Pramam Mangalam Namo Orientam Namastam Namaryam Navajam Navasanam Esa Panchanam Kara Sopapanasana Mangalam Chasasim Paramam Mangalam Namo Orientam Namastam Namaryam Navajam Navasanam Esa Panchanam Kara Sopapanasana Mangalam Chasasim Paramam Mangalam Namo Orientam Namastam Namaryam Navajam Navasanam Esa Panchanam Kara Sopapanasana Mangalam Chasasim Paramam Mangalam Namo Orientam Namastam Namaryam Navajam Movisasanam Eso Panchanamukara Sopapanasramam Chasasim Paramam Hari Mangalam.
Ronak, thank you. Pavani Jain, would you like to volunteer for Navkar Mantra? Pavani?
Yes, sure. Namo Orientanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Oriyanam, Namo Vojayanam, Namo Loy Sabesahunam. Eso Panchnamokaru, Savepa Papshro, Mangalam Savasing, Padamavai Mangalam. Namo Orientanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Oriyanam, Namo Vojayanam, Namo Loy Sabesahunam. Eso Panchnamokaru, Savepa Papshro, Mangalam Savasing, Padamavai Mangalam. Namo Orientanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Oriyanam, Namo Vojayanam, Namo Loy Sabesahunam. Eso Panchnamokaru, Savepa Papshro, Mangalam Savasing, Padamavai Mangalam. Namo Orientanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Oriyanam, Namo Vajanam, Namo Loy Savesahunam. Eso Panchnamukaru, Saveva Papshno, Manglananchi Savesing, Padamamai Manglam. Namo Orientanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Oriyanam, Namo Vajanam, Namo Loy Savesahunam. Eso Panchnamukaru, Saveva Papshno, Manglananchi Savesing, Padamamai Mangalam. Namo Orientanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Oriyanam, Namo Vajanam, Namo Loy Savesahunam. Eso Panchnamukaru, Saveva Papshno, Manglananchi Savesing, Padamamai Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ariyanam, Namo Vajanam, Namo Loy Savesahunam. Eso Panchnamukaru, Sabe Papapshno, Manglanancha Savesing, Paramavai Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ariyanam, Namo Vajanam, Namo Loy Savesahunam. Eso Panchnamukaru, Sabe Papapshno, Manglanancha Savesing, Paramavai Mangalam. Namo Arihantanam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Ariyanam, Namo Vajanam, Namo Loy Savesahunam. Eso Panchnamukaru, Sabe Papapshno, Manglanancha Savesing, Paramavai Mangalam.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Pavani. We can have one more and we can wrap up. Would Shika, are you with us? Shika, would you like to?
I think SP raised a hand
Oh,
as well.
SP, go ahead, SP. Yes,
Yeah, hi. Sorry, my name is Sona. Yeah, I'll go.
go ahead, please.
Namo Orientam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Airyanam, Namo Vacharam, Namo Loy Savasahunam, Eso Panchanamukara Savapao Panashanam, Manglanam Cha Savesim Padmam Havai Mangalam, Namo Orientam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Airyanam, Namo Vacharam, Namo Loy Savasahunam, Eso Panchanamukara Savapao Panashanam, Manglanam Cha Savesim Padmam Havai Mangalam, Namo Orientam, Namo Siddhanam, Namo Airyanam, Namo Vacharam, Namo Loy Savasahunam, Eso Panchanamukara Savapao Panashanam, Manglanam Cha Savesim Padmam Havai Mangalam, नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवचायणं नमो लोय सब्ब सावणं ऐसो पंच नमुक्कारो सव पावपणाशणं मंगलाणं च सव्यसें पद्मं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवचायणं नमो लोय सब्ब सावणं ऐसो पंच नमुक्कारो सव पावपणाशणं मंगलाणं च सव्यसें पद्मं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवचायणं नमो लोय सब्ब सावणं ऐसो पंच नमुक्कारो सव पावपणाशणं मंगलाणं च सव्यसें पद्मं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवचायणं नमो लोय सब्ब सावणं ऐसो पंच नमुक्कारो सव पावपणाशणं मंगलाणं च सव्यसें पद्मं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवचायणं नमो लोय सब्ब सावणं ऐसो पंच नमुक्कारो सव पावपणाशणं मंगलाणं च सव्यसें पद्मं हवै मंगलम् नमो अरिहंताणं नमो सिद्धाणं नमो आयर्याणं नमो उवचायणं नमो लोय सब्ब सावणं ऐसो पंच नमुक्कारो सव पावपणाशणं मंगलाणं च सव्यसें पद्मं हवै मंगलम्
Thank you very much. Shikha, would you like to end us with one last? Shikha, you're on mute, Shikha. Okay, all right. So thank you very much for all of you to join. I will pass on the last remarks to Ashni, who is with us from Luvin Arms. Would you like to enlighten us with any more information or something that we can take away? Pass it to you.
100%. In fact, as we were meditating, I remembered a story that came to us recently that I think would be of interest to this group. There are two absolutely brilliant activists in our circle. They're rescuers. And what they do is they go to live slaughter markets where people will buy the very animals that they will slaughter in their homes to have for a Thanksgiving feast. And they trade the animal for a vegan meal. They basically go to individual families and say, we will provide you with the absolutely most delicious vegan meal that you can think of if you spare the life of this one turkey that you have bought today. And we are really hoping at Love in Arms to bring home two of these turkeys rescued from this activism operation. And we're hoping to do this especially because both those turkeys are girl turkeys. And one of our turkeys, our oldest girl turkey, has recently lost two of her coop mates, and we're really hoping that she does not spend too much time alone. We were really hoping to give her a social circle, but to rescue these two turkeys and to bring them home, of course, we require community support. So it is my absolute humble request, even if it is to give us $1, please go to the Love in Arms donation page and make a donation in the name of our turkeys so we can bring these two girl turkeys home and give them honestly the most wonderful life that most turkeys on this planet cannot even dream of. So that is my humble request. And of course, we hope to see absolutely everyone to come meet these turkeys at the YJP Love in Arms Summer Retreat, which will happen next year. Please stay tuned with our emails, with the YJP emails, with the both Instagram pages to learn more about the dates. It is an absolute blast, and we really hope to see everyone there. And hopefully, we will have two new turkeys by the time you'll come to visit. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ronak, do you have anything to add?
Just I don't want to throw Arti in the spotlight, but we did have 3 events today, not just two. So the third event was actually a local event that Arti and the entire YJP Boston team ran. So Arti, if you want to spend like 2 minutes talking about that event, I believe everyone would love to hear that.
Sure. Yeah, today we had a group of about 20 people come together from the Boston area and prepare a completely Jain vegetarian meal for a local shelter. It was a wonderful opportunity for our team. They had a ton of fun. We started off with a Navkar mantra and just a quick reflection on all the turkeys that are going through the suffering and people and the turkeys that have had to lose their lives so needlessly just for one day of pleasure. And we started off with like Uvasagaram Jaap as well. And then we went into like cooking. I think we did a full meal. We did like chole rice. We had lasagna, fruit salad, cupcakes. So it was a full meal, and yeah, it was very successful. The team really enjoyed making the food for the shelter, and the shelter also really appreciated it. And it was just such a wonderful way for our local people to like get together and just give back on a day that, is so himsak. We get to share our ahimsa dharma with not just ourselves, but also within the rest of the community. So it was such an honor.
It's amazing. Congratulations, Aarti and team in Boston. Appreciate that. And I feel that what you just said makes a lot of sense for all of us to take a vow to do something different. Doesn't have to be today, it could be throughout the year. So, with that kind notes, thank you very much for all of you to join. Special thanks to Ashni and Utkarsha for enlightening us with your remarks. And we will see you again shortly in 2026. Jai Jinendra. Thank you everybody for joining.